This is the On to Mark Wrestling Podcast. Kick back and hang with your hosts, Quixote, Lewis, and Joel. Let's mark out.
Guys, listen. If you're watching this right now, you are not seeing things. Three-Man Band is back in full effect. The producer, the hater, the administrator, once again in the building to give you episode 122. If you guys are listening to this or watching this as we speak, this is Wednesday night, and we just left or just finished watching the last little bits of AEW Dynamite. Fellas, first off, to the administrator and to the hater himself, it's great to be back on the show with you guys another week. But we had a banger of a main event on Dynamite, which we'll get to a little later. But what I want to ask you guys right now, just real quick, just to kind of open the show and we'll get into the topics, is AEW, the state of AEW for 2026. What are your feelings? What are your thoughts? Is AEW back on track? Listen, the ratings is creeping back up. The fan attendance, these crowds are filling the seats. They still got the cool venues. Maybe sometime they can get back into the arenas. No rush, but maybe they can get back to the arenas. How you guys feel about AEW as we speak right now? The administrator himself, Lou, what you think?
Shit, man, forget about the critics. Fuck the haters. AEW is great. It is a great all-around product for the pro wrestling fans. Like the real pro wrestling fans, not the ones who are in and out and casual and all of that. Like AEW's just got everything going great for them right now.
Yeah.
Good characters, really compelling storylines. You've got a great main event title picture for the World Heavyweight Championship. The women's division is good right now. The TNT title is now the second most prestigious championship in the promotion. The crowds are hot. 2025 was the year that AEW got back on track, but 2026, we're off to the races, man.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, man. Right before we hit record, I was saying, like, this is an all-time run. Like, 2026 so far, this is one of the best booked years so far that I've seen any promotion do. Like, the world title picture is hot, like Lewis just mentioned. The TNT title picture is hot. The women's division is hot. Tag team titles hot. Like, they are hitting on all strides. They are doing the right moves. They're making me want to watch every week. Like, this is, I think all three of us had a period where we stopped watching wrestling.
Yeah.
And for all of us, it was around that Cena era. It was the promotion I was dreaming of during that Cena era. Like, this promotion right now, what we're seeing, giving us the matches that we want, not making us wait for big matches, being like, no, we're going to give you Kenny Omega versus Swerve on a regular Wednesday. And we're not going to give you a like weird finish so that they have to do a match again. No, we're going to give you a finish that is fucking nuts, bro. Like, that finish was great. That finish was amazing. We had a crazy ref bump. We had the aftermath of the match. Man, AEW is hitting on all strides. I can't give them enough praise, yo.
Listen, fellas, I can't disagree with anything you guys have said. But because listen, later on in the show, we're going to talk about the big angle that just happened at the end of Dynamite. Some huge news, some big news, but kind of something we kind of saw coming, and also something that was already there. And Joel, you mentioned it earlier when we were talking before the show. That Swerve was kind of already there, but we'll get to that in a minute. But what I want to get to now, though, what I want to talk about now, though, is I want to talk about WrestleMania. And I want to talk about specifically Stephanie Vaquer, and Liv Morgan. And this match, I got to tell you, I kind of want to see it for two reasons. One, because Liv, I will say this on this podcast, and I'll keep saying it, Liv Morgan not only deserves that championship, but she deserves a big moment on that big stage. And I cannot wait to see Stephanie Vaquer get pinned uno, dos, tres in the middle of that ring by none other than Liv Morgan herself. Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, the run has been just mad for me. I'm sorry. Who she fight? I mean, this is teetering on Jade Cargill kind of stuff. Like, where's the opponents at? Right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. She's got the sex appeal. She's got the music and the pyro and the look and all that good stuff. But honestly, fellas, I mean, come on here. Who would be more entertaining to hold the title? Are we talking Liv? Are we talking Stephanie? Am I tripping? I know you're going to say I'm tripping, but where are y'all at right now? Is Stephanie's run been what you thought it would be leading up to Mania? That's all I'm saying. What do you guys think?
Man, you tripping. Stephanie Vaquer's title run is the greatest in modern history.
Wow.
Nah, I'm kidding. Nah, I'm definitely joking. So to answer your question, has it lived up to, the thing is, even back when she won the title, I was like, okay, the moment was good because, it was Hispanic Heritage Month. It was fresh, blah, 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 blah. So I get why WWE did it, but I also did, and I expressed this on the podcast too, that it was a little too soon to give her the championship. I would have had her just go on a babyface run where she's chasing it, and then I predicted months back that she would be winning the Royal Rumble and then earning a shot. Obviously, it didn't work out that way. Here's my thing with Stephanie Vaquer. I'm really liking what they've been doing over the last couple of weeks, where they just have her speak straight Spanish in her native tongue. Because why not, right? Yeah. WWE can do a better job with providing subtitles. It's on Netflix and all of that, so they can do that. But there's enough Latino wrestling fans that watch WWE to capture that demographic. I don't think it's that big of a deal because, come on, we just had Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. Like, you didn't have to understand every fucking thing that came out of that man's mouth in order to enjoy the show, right? Yeah. Like, you either got it or you didn't. It's just what it is. So when it comes to Stephanie Vaquer, I feel like it's one of those things where it just comes across natural. Like, why not try something different? Just have somebody speaking in her native tongue, and guess what? She'll come out and still get the same reaction, still get the same ovation. Now, she's going to lose at WrestleMania. She's going to drop the title to Liv Morgan. I mean, that is really fucking obvious. Why wouldn't Liv? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't she pin her? Yeah. Here's the thing with her title reign. I think, and this is more of a testament to WWE's current state of talent, right? I don't think it's so much on her because she just didn't have a whole lot of compelling women to work with. They drew out that angle with Nikki Bella far too long. That shouldn't have gone as long as it did. The whole Raquel Rodriguez thing was all right, but like the blow-off match was just meh. I feel like Raquel Rodriguez was really exposed for the worse in terms of her in-ring ability. I just think that if they had her feud and have matches with people like Becky Lynch and Bayley and Bianca Belair. I mean, I know she's injured, but I think if there was a better crop of talent to help her get that much more over, I think it would have made her reign better. But Liv is really the most interesting person that she's feuded with up until now, and it's just a shame that it's come 5 months later after she won the title. But all hail Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer, Lewis on the Mark Wrestling Podcast loves you. I love what you're doing. Y sigue pa'lante.
Listen, Lewis, I hear what you're saying, bro. And Joel, before we get to your comments, I just gotta say one. I mean, this is the most interesting thing she's done since she's held that title. And I loved what they did on Raw, the whole no subtitles, She's speaking in her language. You got Dom, which I love, by the way. Which
that was my favorite.
My favorite. Translating real fast, looking at her, trying to translate. Very good. I thought it was really good, really authentic. It was solid. And Liv just sitting there like, what was happening? What is she saying? Like, what did she just say to me? Very good stuff. But you are right, Lewis, about one thing you did say, which she will be dropping that title on Mania. And you're right. There's also wasn't a great crop of people to go against.
It really wasn't.
It really wasn't.
Think about it. It wasn't.
And also, this is the problem with WWE also, is that they're not bringing up the women fast enough and making them stars to go against or be challengers to their main roster stars. Like, there are plenty of women in NXT who could have been by now some sort of challenge, or at least 4 weeks of television. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they built them up to a level which was like credible, but they didn't. And they do this all the time. They drop the ball. They keep waiting for big names. Bianca's hurt, and no one else seems to be ready or stepping up. I just don't understand. But this is it. I think this is what we're getting at Mania. Joel, what do you think, bro? What's your thoughts on the Stephanie Vaquer of it?
I have a couple thoughts, man. I think the Stephanie Vaquer of it all. I think the promo on Monday was really good. I liked the segment. I liked the translation from Dom back and forth. I thought that was great. I think going on what you guys are saying though about the title run being kind of weak, I think that's more on WWE than anything else. Because if you think about it, across all titles, all divisions, they're all kind of booked weak right now. Like, there's not the strongest title is probably the U.S. title on the men's side, and that's because they're forced to have the weekly title defenses. But every other champion is, and this is the issue with WWE's booking style in the past year or so, is that they book for moments. So they don't, once they have that moment of the person winning that championship, they don't even know what's next. And we've seen that in their own documentary show in Unreal where they literally asked Road Dogg, okay, Chelsea Green wins the title, what's next? And then he had nothing. He had no follow-up. And I'm like, and it must be how they all think. Like, they just are like, oh, you got to book to this moment and we'll figure it out from there. And I think that's what happened with Stephanie Vaquer, unfortunately. And like Lewis said, that Nikki Bella feud dragged way too long. Raquel, I thought it was cool to give her the spotlight of like the world title feud, but like Lewis said, it kind of exposed her. So yeah, like it's almost like she was kind of set up for failure when you think about the title run, because they could have had her against a Bayley or Lyra Valkyria. Like, you have workers on the roster. You have Natalya, has a whole new presentation. You could have easily hyped her up and give her a quick title defense against Natty, Stephanie versus Natty. I'd like to watch that match. Why not?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
So I just feel like they just dropped the ball a little bit when it comes to all of their champions, in my opinion. So, and I think I'm gonna actually disagree with you guys. I think Stephanie retains that championship at WrestleMania, and I think
it was bold.
Early prediction here, I could see maybe a double turn happening.
A double turn?
I could see some type of double turn. I don't know who ends up with who, but I could see some type of double turn happening here.
A double turn?
Because Liv Morgan put on the Karen white girl tears during that promo, and I saw fans already saying like, "Oh, she started crying. Is she a baby face now?" so all she got to do is put the crocodile tears out, and fans are gonna eat it up.
Remember how I said, and I've said this more than once, Stephanie Vaquer, a heel Stephanie Vaquer is money. Can you imagine Dominic, the sleazeball that he is?
I was thinking about. I don't want that to happen.
Goes with Stephanie Vaquer.
See,
and then you get the dynamic Latin couple. I mean, wow. Just imagine. They look like a great couple on paper too. And they just running roughshod across WWE. And think about it, it's fucking brilliant because Dominic can be her mouthpiece, and he's a sleazeball, and like Stephanie just has like that fucking, excuse me, I love you, Stephanie, but she's got that bitch look to her. Like, oh man, that is money. That would be fantastic.
Oh, I didn't even.
I could see them going with that route, but I would push back against it, and I hope they go the other way, where they put Dom and Liv together as baby faces. Stephanie inherits Roxanne and Raquel, and now they have like this Latin trio. Like the Latin trio, Judgment Day girls. Yeah. Like that sounds fire to me. I don't want Dom to get another baddie. He's not allowed. I'm sorry.
But I love that whole thing.
It can't be. He can't have this life. I'm sorry. This life is too good. It's too good for anybody. I'm pissed off now, and it's working. He's gonna be the best heel of all time because of this. Because he's literally gonna get us pissed off that he started off with fucking. Was it Rhea? Then he goes to Liv, and then he gets it for Stephanie. Nah, come on.
I love both. Those are both solid. But the one that really, I like the whole like Latin trio,
Latino, baddie Latinas.
Like, yeah, that would be interesting. Oh man, who knows?
Look.
Is WWE creative enough to think of anything we just said?
Nope.
Unfortunately, no.
Nope.
They're not even thinking on those terms. Like I think this might be just straightforward, just it is what it is kind of thing. But we'll see, man. I love both. I love both of those. But we'll see what happens, man. WrestleMania 42. Also, the tickets ain't selling like they thought they'd be selling because it's too damn expensive. It's insane, my brother. The top level for one night is like $750. It's unbelievable. And I hope they don't sell any of those seats. They need a realization that their fan base are not megastars from Netflix or these aristocrats with trust funds. These are hardworking people who just want to go to see a show, take their kids, and can't afford all that.
Yeah,
you got to make this more affordable. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. What are we talking? Lewis and I went to the last Mania that was affordable. Can you believe that? Just look, 39 was the last Mania, maybe 40. One of those, 30, 39, 40 was the last Manias where working people could just go and enjoy a show and not have to worry about a credit card bill coming in or whatever. But now, forget about it. It's a mortgage payment. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So we'll see what happens with that debacle, fellas. Let's talk about another debacle here in the world of pro wrestling. Your boy Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash somehow met up with the NAACP and they gave him the actual rights to say what he said on social media. Whose uncle does he know said, hey, yo, I read what you just said. I think this is good. Just go. Yeah, put it out. No. Kevin Nash talked about, Javon Evans and Javon Evans being the Bojangles of pro wrestling. It's February and it's Black History Month. What horrible time. He clearly doesn't have a publicist. That's for sure. Like he clearly has nobody saying, hey, by the way, I don't think we should go further with this conference. No, he has none of that. Kevin Nash referred to this pro wrestler, Javon Evans, this upstart, this superstar, this main eventer in the making, and he wanted him to be more hood or be more street or whatever it was. Fellas, we got to talk about Kevin because we might have to give Kevin the basura of the day, the garbage of the day. Garbage. It's just ridiculous what he just said. Where are you guys at with it? Joel, what's your thoughts on good old Kevin Nash? Big sexy, talking mad crazy on social media.
I don't understand, man. I don't understand what made him say this. It was the original comment was on his podcast, which is even worse because it wasn't a live show. It was recorded, bro. You have a producer, you have an editor. I'm sure you could afford over here and on the mark. We from the ground here. We doing it all ourselves. Kevin Nash, you got money, bro.
Yeah,
I'm guessing you have a producer, a studio, an editor, all that. You couldn't. Not one person in that room was like, maybe we should take that Bojangles comment out.
Yeah, right.
That just shows me failure across the board, bro. Like, not one person on your team was like, this sounds a little crazy. Let's take that out. Nah, they just let you slide, and then you come and you double down with the apology, saying. I believe the last line of his apology was something like, "I'm usually the only person that cares about the black talent," or something like that. I'm like, first, so now you're throwing your friends under the bus because your friend is the one running the company, Triple H. So you say Triple H don't care about black talent. You're talking about Shawn Michaels, who's also one of the people running the show. Like, come on, it just seems like one of those things where it could have all been avoided by just sometimes just. Shut your mouth, bro. Like, that's all you got to do. You don't have to comment on everything. And especially when it comes to something like that sensitive in the month of February, Black History Month, and you're talking about he needs to be more urban. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? And like, the thing that bothers me is like, Javon Evans is 21 years old, bro. He's literally just being him. That's who his character is, just being him. He's a young guy. You could tell he grew up being on the internet a lot. You could tell he grew up just loving wrestling. So that's his character. What's wrong with that as a character? Just amplify it to the next degree like they do everybody else, and that's good. Why does he have to be like, well, he has to be Crime Times, like lost nephew or something? Like, is that what Kevin Nash wants? He wants Crime Times lost nephew to show up on TV. Time. Yeah. Like, what is he doing, bro? Like, we have plenty of examples of wrestlers of color who have done things without being a stereotype. We have the New Day. We have like on the all like we're past that stage of Vince McMahon level booking where everyone has to fit into a box because they are a certain race. So like this whole thing is it just seems like an old white guy who's just not in touch anymore. And I think we got to take away these mics from these guys, man. I love you, Kevin Nash, but maybe put the mic down, bro. Yeah. Just before you ruin the legacy. Like, I think that's what's going to end up happening with a lot of these older wrestlers, because they're going to say things that they think could fly because they've never been told no. They're going to get on these mics, they're going to say something, and we're going to end up being like, damn, we got to cancel Kevin Nash now, you know? Like, I don't want to think about my heroes and my legends in this way. Like, just talk about what you know, bro. Like, that's it.
Lou, what's your thoughts, man? I see your face. I know you're disgusted with Kevin Nash. What's your thoughts on Kevin?
Nah, I'm not disgusted with Kevin Nash. I'm just disappointed, because I respect Kevin Nash, and I've always enjoyed his work back in the day. Like, he's, we all know Kevin Nash's contributions to the business, but all I could do was shake my damn head. Like, why would you say something like that? And especially like what Joel was saying, especially during Black History Month. And he says it like real casual too. Like he knows everything there is about being urban and being black, right? Like, oh, he's a little too Mr. Bojangles for me. I wish he could be a little more urban. Like Joel said, what does that mean? So would you like him to do what the Bloodline is doing and what the Usos are doing? They come out with a different color bandana every week, pretending like they're Pyru, Grip, all this shit every like, is that urban? Or do we have to go back to the Crime Time days where he's like acting like he's gonna juke somebody on the way to the ring? Like, just let him be himself without having to reinforce a stereotype. What's wrong with that? And look, as a white man from Detroit, you ought to take notes from a certain artist, Marshall Mathers, right? From Detroit. And he's very much in tune with his... I'm talking Eminem. For people who don't know who Marshall Mathers is, right? Has nothing to do with wrestling, but I'm just saying, like, as a white guy from Detroit, take a page out of Eminem's book. Eminem is very much in tune with the culture and with urban culture, right? Black culture. However, he knows his place. Like, he's never going to over comment or say some type of remark that's gonna, because he's not the gatekeeper of black culture.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Kevin Nash should ought to take notes from someone like that. And I'm sure there's other big white artists or white pop culture legends from Detroit, and like we hold you to that same standard. So get with the program. Like it's 2026. Like this stuff, some of these things that these guys comment on, it just has a very dated. It comes with a very dated outlook on things, a very dated mentality.
Extremely dated.
And then the apology was very tone deaf too. Like, I'm one of the people that cares about black wrestlers, black talent, whatever. Like, I guess. What would be more meaningful is if you directly went to Javon Evans and issued an apology. Don't apologize to the rest of the community. Apologize to him. I mean, you can apologize to the rest of the community, obviously, especially those of color, but go and apologize to him. Take him out to lunch. Take him out to eat. Like, go support him the next time he. Matter of fact, Kevin Nash, why don't you book a flight to Chicago, attend the Elimination Chamber, and show your support that way. Hang out with Javon backstage. Be a mentor. He may not be the Mr. Bojangles that you anticipated. Or rather, he may be like Mr. Bojangles-esque, right? And he's not the urban wrestler that you anticipated, but you could be a positive mentor to this young man. And Javon Evans is over. He's very talented. But anyway, that's my rant. I'm just disappointed in Kevin Nash. He sounded like a jackass.
Also, like, just to close it off, like, he obviously has never watched any NXT because Javon Evans has had moments where he popped the fuck off and just like he'll be backstage like, what you want to do about it? And he like pulls his pants up and shit. Like he's about that life. It's just he's on the main roster now. Obviously, he's not gonna be fucking trying to fight people. But in NXT, it's easier to produce. It's easier to put like these storylines backstage and stuff because there's such a small crowd of people around, so it's a little easier to do those smaller details. But when you're on a bigger stage, you kind of have to amplify yourself. You have to be bigger in your personality. So yeah, he might look smiley and happy, but that's part of the fucking gig because that's kind of his role as his character right now. He's the happy to be there guy because that's his dream. If they leaned into it more, maybe Kevin Nash would understand that. But I don't. In my opinion, this is just one of those things that Lewis, you brought up a good point. Like if you are led into the part of this culture, right, as the black culture or urban culture, you got to realize that you're a guest. You're not an authority,
right?
Like people respect Kevin Nash. I'm sure there's a lot of black fans out there that love Kevin Nash, big sexy, big cool, big daddy cool, all that. Fucking NWO Wolfpack. That's one of the fucking dopest things ever. That definitely hit the hip hop community back in the day, urban community, all that. Yep. So of course he's part of that, but you're not an authority. You can't say something like that. That's wild, bro. Like someone needed to sit you down and just be like, bro, you're taking it too far. And and this also reminds me of another thing that we didn't talk about. But Cody Rhodes, man. You gotta chill out with that Raheem shit. That's crazy work, bro. Like that's supposed to be a joke for the community, not for you, bro. You putting it on TV. That's crazy stuff. But whatever. We let it slide.
Cody took that. Yo, Cody's invited to the barbecue.
Yeah,
he's invited to the cookout. He took that really to heart. Like, my God, man. Like, Cody, relax, man.
That was
like,
funny, though.
You could get a plate, but I don't know if you could stay long. That type of stuff. I saw your jump shot. It was Basuda.
Yo, word.
My God, you can't call yourself Raheem and have a jump shot like that. What are you talking about? The jump shot was crazy. He didn't even lift off the ground. He's come on, man. Just throwing up the ball.
Well, the difference is Cody didn't comment on anyone and have a racially insensitive remark. He referred to himself as Raheem. Like that's whatever.
I love it. I popped.
But like, it's just the context of it is just different.
Yeah, definitely the context is different. We'll see if this unfolds any further, or maybe it'll blow by. Maybe something else will happen. This will mask over what Kevin said. But again, like you said, Lewis, I think if he met Javon, had a talk with him, and got an idea of, hey, my bad, I didn't mean it like that, kid. You're great. All this good stuff. He can easily do that with a phone call, a message, he could do that in right now if he wanted to. So we'll see if that happens or whatever happens with this. But yeah, not gonna look for Big Sexy on that one. I want to go, fellas. Tonight's Wednesday. We're recording this on a Wednesday, and if you are listening or watching this, obviously it won't be Wednesday, but you would probably have heard or known that Swerve Strickland turns officially heel tonight on AEW Dynamite after a brutal attack on the great Kenny Omega. And when I say brutal, that table spot was nasty. And I gotta tell you, I wanna show some love for this. Yeah. I think this is something Swerve has needed for a while. I think it's going to be good for him in the long run. I'm very curious to see if anything changes in terms of like his mannerisms, the way he conducts promos, all that good stuff. I wonder how far or how deep they're going to go with this heel run. But it's very interesting, and it's coming at an interesting time where the main event, the top guys, are all going after the one thing which matters the most, which is the World Heavyweight Championship. And I just wonder now that a Swerve is heel, what that looks like. Does he get to an MJF at the same time where they're both heels? Like, that whole makeup, I'm just curious, and I'm loving what's happening with that. Fellas, what did you guys think? First off, we had a hell of a match. I mean, Swerve and Swerve and Omega on free television, madness. And was this the first time they met? This is
This is their first match.
First match, fellas. Lewis, what did you think of the whole match leading up to the big Swerve at the end? What was your thoughts on this, man?
Terrific main event. Yet again, another terrific main event. Shout out to AEW for a great Grand Slam show last week, and specifically that ladder match. On a side note, but yes, great Dynamite main event, and this is coming off like a week or so after Kyle Fletcher, Tommaso Ciampa for the TNT title. That was just last week, right?
That was last week.
Oh, was that last week?
Oh my God! Yes. So that's like 2 consecutive weeks of like.
Last week was the TNT title win and the AEW Women's World Championship.
Oh, that's right.
And then
so this is like,
and now this week.
This is like 2 consecutive weeks of TV match of the year candidates.
Crazy,
but it was an excellent match. Some really great psychology, and you could tell during the final moments of the match, like the last 5 minutes or so, that Swerve was leaning more towards like his heel dastardly tactics. And then I had mentioned that to y'all when the match was going on, like, ooh, I'm kind of digging what Swerve is doing here. And lo and behold, he just goes full-fledged heel after he gets the win. Yeah. And that announce table spot was a little scary for Kenny Omega, huh? Like, holy shit. But it was a very effective hook, because now how can you not be intrigued and not be excited to tune into Dynamite next week? Because that's something that, I'm not trying to compare too much between AEW and WWE, but that is something that WWE is missing right now during the road to WrestleMania. They don't have that strong show closing angle, that hook that makes me say, man, I'm really excited to see SmackDown or Raw. I want to see what the follow-up is to this story. So AEW did a very effective job on that. And it made sense with Swerve's character progression. Why not? Like, heel Swerve, shit, I'll take it.
And I gotta tell you, man, perfect use of the ref bump. I mean, man,
yes.
Aubrey, she took that Was that V trigger? What was he called it? He took,
V-trigger.
The V trigger.
She took that like a champ and was knocked out, like she wasn't moving, like comatose, like dead, like somebody check on Aubrey. But yeah, man, Joel, what's your thoughts, man? I know you had a lot to say about it. I know you are on sky high with AEW right now with everything they're doing. What did you think of this match and the end of match angle they did?
Yeah, the match was incredible. The angle is incredible. I think, like you said, I'm so intrigued to see what happens next because you got so many directions you could go in. Like now that Swerve is officially a heel again, where does that leave him and Hangman since they were being buddies for a while? And he attacked his other buddy Kenny Omega, so it's like, is Hangman going to be in the middle of this? You got so many angles you could do here, and then we have another stipulation that came on this episode of Dynamite that Hangman versus MJF. If Hangman loses, he's not going to challenge for that title ever again. Does that feed into this thing with Swerve? Right, like there's a lot that could happen, man, and that's exactly what Lewis said. Like the hook that they're giving us week to week at this moment is like is leaving us questioning things and asking like, oh, where's this going? What's next? Because like I had mentioned it before that I thought Swerve was always kind of a heel. He just started getting cheered. Because when we look back into his whole trajectory in AEW, he's never really changed from when he started being like the mogul embassy heel guy when he started attacking Hangman and breaking into his house and all that. It's just that we flipped over to the other side where Hangman became the heel, but they never even changed characters really. They just amplified different parts of their own character to either sway heel or sway babyface. And I think that's the best type of heel turn, where it's like on any given day they could be a heel or a face. It's just like like Swerve in this day decided I had enough. He got the win and was still like, no, I need to beat the shit out of you, Kenny Omega, because you could tell he just had enough. It's like I had enough of you. I have a goal and you're in my way. I want to be AEW champion. You're in my way. I'm gonna take you the fuck out. I'm gonna hit you with a vertebraker on an announce table. Like that's crazy. Like great hook. Like Lewis said, I'm so excited to see where they go next. Is Omega going to be out for a while now? That's a great way to write him off for a little bit. Like do we see Omega off TV for a while, come back, big return, and then we have Omega versus Swerve 2 on a big show. Like there's so much they could do. Like so I'm super excited for where they're going with this heel turn. I really want to see where, like you said, where does this all end up with MJF, the world champion, everyone around him? Where do they go? Like I can't even think of who's going to take that title off MJF because there's so many options.
It's a lot of options, but there's only one man I could think of, and that's Will Ospreay in London in front of that crowd. I can't. It's time to crown him, bro. I mean, if you're doing vignettes already that he's coming back soon, the man is getting ready. We are inching closer and closer to August, and it's in London. Yeah, it's time. It's gotta be Will in MJF. It has to be. I don't know.
I would think
what else it could be, but that's your match, and Will finally gets to hold that belt above his head in London, in Wembley. That's got to be the end. That's send the people home happy. End of show. Fade to black. That's it. I can't see any other way. Unless someone comes back or someone premiere, or like AJ Styles has to be on, like that's the only way I can see if that plan gets altered. If there's like an AJ or something ridiculous in the plans, but we'll see, fellas. We'll see. Before we end the show, guys, well, I assume a fan, but someone left us some message of an actual video, audio message with a random question, and we can answer this real quick. Random question about wrestling. I'll play it right now. But thank you guys for sending those in. It's on the Mark Wrestling at gmail.com. And wait, here is the question. Let me know.
My name is Anne, and as a fan of AEW, I really enjoy the women's division. But at times, I feel it's missing something. Do you guys think Britt Baker's possible return would elevate the division, or has she been there, done that?
Well, thank you, Ann, whoever Ann from wherever
Ann.
you are.
And the fan.
And the fan.
And
Maybe
the fan.
She might write again. Who knows? But and the fan, fellas, Britt Baker. Does AEW need her? What's the plan? Is she coming back? What's your quick thoughts on the Britt Baker of it all? I think it's looming. I don't know when it's happening, but I think it's gonna happen. Lou, what do you think, bro?
I don't think they need her. I think they've built up their women's division so well since she's departed that if she comes back, great. You know, there's just one extra talent to have, but I don't think they need her. I don't think the fans are like clamoring for her return. I feel like if the return happens, it happens. That would be cool, but I mean, I ain't missing her.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Like, she had a good run 3 or 4 years ago, but if she comes back, she comes back. If she doesn't, I think the women's division will be just fine.
Yeah. Joel, what's your thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good. Like, I haven't really thought about Britt Baker, but
Yeah.
I think, like Lewis said, she would be a good hand, right? Like, at the end of the day, she's pretty talented on the mic. She would definitely get a return pop.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Which is probably the biggest thing that she would get, though. Like, after that, where do you go? Like, I don't think her in-ring work is as good as the level that it's gotten to in AEW for the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even her promo work is good, but they've all elevated a little bit on that side. So she might not even be able to, like, she could still hang, but I don't know if she'll really be able to elevate anyone, you know?
yeah.
But we did see Thunder Rosa return.
We did see Thunder Rosa
today
on Dynamite, and that is her biggest rival. So maybe they're setting something up.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in Thunder Rosa. Like, it's the same. Like, she just does nothing for me, man. Like, I tried to get into her, and she was cool at first, and now I'm like, you keep leaving and disappearing and coming back and disappearing and injury. Like, I don't know. The same thing. Like, they don't need her. So now I'm like, who cares? Like, you know, I don't really care. But yeah, thank you, Ann.
Thanks, Ann,
for the question, fellas. Any closing words before we end episode 122 of On the Mark Wrestling Podcast?
Nah, man. Just everyone, thank you for your support and be well until the next episode. Hopefully, I want to dive into some nostalgia and revisit the road to WrestleMania of 25 years ago, 2001.
An administrative
If you know,
special.
you know.
An administrative special. I like that. Joel, any final words, my brother?
Just thank you guys for the support. Like Lewis said, if you guys want to talk about our takes, make sure to comment on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Hit us up, yell at us, tell us you love us, tell us you hate us, whatever.
Yeah.
We just
Tell
like
us
the
we
engagement.
don't know wrestling, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. I enjoy all the.
Those are my favorite. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking. You don't watch wrestling. Yeah.
No, of course we don't. We're just a bunch of 30-something-year-olds who's dedicated our lives as fans to pro wrestling. Of course, we know nothing about wrestling. Of course,
know nothing. But fellas, it's been a pleasure, man. This is episode 122. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
You have just listened to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, a Scriptly adapted production. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at On the Mark Wrestling. And email us on onthemarkpodcast@gmail.com.